Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's matchup is the Whitby Bolts versus the Toronto Stars. Currently in the league standings, the Whitby Bolts are 1-0 and are in first place. And the league leaders are Callum Kramer with 11 goals, 3 assists for 14 points. This is going to be some matchup tonight. His goaltending is insane with a 96 save percentage. Let's see how Whitby comes out tonight. Hopefully they come off strong versus the Toronto Stars. And here we go. Draw one by Mickelson. He goes in the corner to get that. Kramer supporting him. Kramer gets it. Takes it behind his own net. He dumps it in deep for Mickelson to chase. That one's stopped by Peacock. Battling in front of the net. Peacock with a shot. Saved by Kramer. They think it's in. There's no official call on the ice. And it looks like they're going to take it to further review. So, let's go see if this is a goal. After looking at the play and further review, turns out to be no goal as it hit the post. So we'll line up for another face-off here. Mickelson wins it back. That's a shot on Kramer, but he stops it. Gives it to Mickelson. There's a shot. Mickelson back to Kramer. Kramer behind his own net. Up to Mickelson. Mickelson the shot. Saved by Peacock. Shot on Kramer. That's a save. Kramer takes it. He's going to get a cover here. We'll get a face-off in Whitby's end. Draw one by Mickelson. Takes it back. Gives it to Kramer. Kramer with a shot blocked by French. Mickelson with a shot in the slot. Saved by Peacock. Peacock. Shot on Kramer. That's a stop. Kramer poke checks it away. Mickelson trying to get a shot off. Kramer tries getting a shot. That one is wide. And the puck goes out of bounds. Kramer takes it behind his own net. Holds on to it. Here's a shot. Saved by Peacock. Peacock with a shot wide of the net. Mickelson grabs it behind the net. Taking possession. It's a shot, but I guess it was blocked by French. Didn't know where the puck went. Kramer behind his own net. French forechecking. That one's dumped in. Back up to Kramer. He's going to get a whistle as that one almost bounced in his own net. That could have been bad, but Kramer saw the puck. Draw one by French. Peacock with a shot. Saved by Kramer. Mickelson battling in the corner. Looks like it's stuck under the table. Pops out. Mickelson with a shot. Saved by Peacock. Peacock over to French. Saved by on Kramer. What a save. Desperation at its finest. Mickelson battling and Peacock's going to get a cover here. We're going to get a face-off in Toronto's end. Draw one by Mickelson back to Kramer. Here's a shot. That one's wide of the net. Mickelson back to Kramer. Shot. That one's wide of the net again. Looks like it went out of bounds and we'll get a face-off. Whitby has been great on the face-offs lately. Mickelson looking to win again. Does win it back to Kramer. Here's a shot. That one's blocked by French. Kramer in the corner. He takes possession. Comes up the wall. Over to Mickelson. Saucer pass. Amazing save by Peacock. And he's going to get a cover here and we're going to get a whistle. Lining up for the draw. One back by Mickelson. He gives it back to Kramer. There's a shot. Saved by Peacock. Mickelson forechecking. Peacock couldn't find it. Shot in Kramer. That one's wide. Battling. Mickelson forechecks and he scores. Whitby strikes first in this one on a great forecheck by Mickelson. And he took a shot and was posting in on Peacock. Peacock is now switched out to forward and he takes the draw, wins it back. Shot on Kramer. Kramer easily stops that one. Kramer's been a great asset to Whitby lately. He's been making the traditional saves. Peacock with a shot saved by Kramer. Mickelson with it. Tries getting a shot. That one's wide. Mickelson Back to Kramer. That one's a missed pass. Oh, it's almost in as it's a bad bounce. And Peacock almost scores on with a great forecheck. And we're going to get a face-off. Peacock wins it back. Shot on Kramer. He's going to hang on to that one. That was a great save there. Really keeping his team in it. Here's another face-off won by Mickelson. Mickelson takes it back. Kramer around the net. Being pressured. Off the wall. Dumps it in. Mickelson forechecking. Battling in the corner. Here's a shot. And he scores! Another goal for Mickelson on a great forecheck. And he puts Whitby up 2-0 versus Toronto. Mickelson has been on fire lately. Won by Peacock. Here's a shot on Kramer and he makes another great save there. Peacock, I think, is 100% on his draws right now. Another draw won by Peacock. Battling on the wall. Kramer takes it. With it. Tries getting the saucer pass over to Mickelson, but couldn't reach it, and that puck goes out of bounds. Won back by Peacock. French hangs on to it. We're going to get a face-off in Toronto's zone. Lining up for another draw here. This one's won back by Peacock. Peacock backing up. French tries dumping that in. Battling on the wall. Peacock. Wraparound shot. That one was wide of the net. Another shot. And that one's also wide of the net. And the end of the period sounds. And we'll go to our rooms. Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are set to drop the puck in the second period. This game currently sits 2-0 Whitby against the Toronto Stars. See how the second period goes as we line up for the draw. Mickelson dumps that one in. Mickelson takes possession in Toronto's zone. Bend the net. Tries passing it back to Kramer. Kramer dumps that one in. Peacock grabbing possession in the corner. Using his body to protect the puck. Poke check by Mickelson, and French lets it out to Peacock. Peacock backhand shot. That one's wide of the net. Mickelson taking cover. And there's a cover by Kramer. And we're going to get a whistle. They line up for this face-off. That one's won back by Peacock. There was a shot on Kramer. Kramer made a great stop there. Playing amazing this game. Another shot. That one was wide of the net. And we're going to get another face-off in Whitby zone. Lining up for the draw. Peacock wins it back. Using his body to protect it. Here's a backhand. That one's wide of the net. Kramer holding his post. That one's dumped in by Mickelson. Peacock taking her out in his own net. Protecting the puck with his body. Mickelson with a shot. Great save by French. And there's another face-off here in Toronto's zone. Swan, they both try and tie each other up. You don't see that very often, but no one really won it. Peacock with it. Using his body. Here's a shot on Kramer. It's a great save. My goodness. It was in his arm and it rolled out and he just pulled it back off the line. What a save there. And we will have another face-off here. That one's won back by Peacock. Mickelson, Peacock. French saves it. Gives it to Peacock. Peacock, a shot. Great glove save by Kramer. Breakaway. Another great save by Kramer. Mickelson with a shot. And that one's wide. Behind the net. Peacock with a shot. Great pad save by Kramer. Dives to get the shot off, but French got a save there. And we're going to get a face-off in Toronto's zone. Lining up for this face-off. One back by Mickelson. They both go into battle along the wall. Peacock using his body, protecting the puck. Here's a backhand. That's a great stop by Kramer. Mickelson dumps it in. They're battling in the corner here. can't seem to find the puck. Kramer coming to help. Here's a shot on French. Great save. Lets it into Peacock. Peacock with possession. Backhand shot. Saved by Kramer. Battling. Kramer comes out with a shot. And he scores. Beautiful shot. Top corner on French. And that puts Whitby up 3-0. Lining up for the face-off. Won by Peacock. There's a shot. My goodness. Posting in. And Toronto has some life here, making it 3-1 right after Whitby scores a goal. Lining up for the face-off. That one is won back by Peacock. Backhand saved by Kramer. Peacock and Mickelson battling in the corner. Peacock with possession. Mickelson with a shot. That one's wide of the net. Peacock with it. Using his body. Spin shot. Saved. Another shot saved by Kramer. 2 very good saves. We're going to get a face-off in Whitby's zone. That one is dumped in by Mickelson. Peacock gaining possession of the puck in the corner. Mickelson trying to poke it away. Peacock using his body. A spin shot, and it's another goal for the Toronto Stars, making it 3-2 here in the second after a very good shot that Kramer could not keep up with. Lining up for the face-off. This one's dumped in by Mickelson. Peacock using his body to get the puck. Breakaway. A great save by Kramer off the toe. Mickelson gains possession. Dumps that one in. Mickelson grabs it. Breakaway. Oh, and Peacock fumbles it. Grabs the possession still. Here he is with it. It's a shot. Great save by Kramer. Kramer lets it out. Oh, and he scores! A beautiful shot by Kramer, and it's in the back of the net. Here we are lining up for the face-off. Peacock with a shot. Great save by Kramer. It's a pass down to Mickelson. Great save by Kramer on a breakaway for Peacock with another shot. Another great toe save by Kramer. Kramer, that's a shot. Saved by French. Lets it out. And we are going to have a face-off in Toronto's zone. Dumped in by Mickelson. Peacock with the puck. Stick handling with it. Here he is. Here's a backhand on net. Kramer with the save. He's going to recover. We're going to have a face-off in Whitby's zone. Here we are lining up for yet another draw. Peacock with it. Here's a shot, and it's in. Another goal for Toronto, and it's 4-3. The score is now 4-3 Whitby right now. After Toronto scored, here's a shot on French. That one saved Mickelson. Battling in the corner with Peacock. Mickelson lost sight of the puck. Peacock gains possession now. Stick handling with it. Here's another wraparound shot. Great save by Kramer off the pad, and that shot's off of his blocker and high, but they still have possession. Peacock with it. Here's a shot. Another great save by Kramer. Kramer grabs it in the corner. Kramer flicks it in deep. Kramer dives for it. Here it is in Toronto's zone. Peacock behind the net. Mickelson grabs it. Mickelson with it. Battling in the corner. Here comes Peacock around his own net. Poke check by Mickelson. Mickelson grabs it. Gives him a breakaway. Peacock, oh my goodness. Kramer with a sensational save on the breakaway. And denies Lachlan Peacock. And now the buzzer sounds, and we will head to an intermission. Now we're going to take another look at this. Peacock, he fakes him out, has him beat, and Kramer just slides over, makes the glove save. Peacock is absolutely stunned. And that was overall just a great save by Kramer. Here we go, the third period. French wins the draw against Kramer. Kramer deflected Peacock's. Peacock has dumped it in. Kramer grabs it behind his own net. Beautiful deke around French, and that's a backhand, but Peacock makes the save. Jamming. And we're going to get a whistle as Peacock covers up. Lining up for the draw. This one's won by Kramer. Oh, in front. French with a shot, but that one's wide of the net. Kramer tries deking French out. Couldn't quite make the move. Kramer grabbing possession of the puck in the corner. Kramer comes out with it. Takes it behind the net. Grabs it. That's a shot on Peacock. He saves it. Kramer grabs it. Takes it over. There's a shot. That one hit the crossbar. There's another shot. That one was saved by Peacock. It goes out of bounds, and we're going to get a face-off. Kramer wins the drawback. Mickelson with a shot. That one's blocked by French. Kramer battling for it. Kramer comes out breakaway. Here's a shot. Great save by Peacock. Kramer grabs it in his corner. Here's a shot. That one's deflected off. Here comes Kramer. Beautiful move. Couldn't get it past, though. Kramer grabs it. Dekes him out. Kramer with it. Battling with French. Gives it over to Mickelson. Beautiful save. And it's on the line, and Kramer stops it from going in. My goodness. Kramer with a shot. And that one's high of the net, and we're going to get a face-off. Lining up for the face-off. This one's won by Kramer. Backhand. That's a save by Peacock. Kramer forechecking. That one goes out the zone. Lining up for the draw. That's won by Kramer. Kramer with it. Takes it in the corner. French takes possession. Kramer looking for it. Mickelson with it. Kramer with a shot. Saved by looking for the puck. Kramer comes out with it. Here's a shot. That one's wide of the net. Kramer tried blocking it, but that was missed. French takes possession. Kramer gets it. Breakaway. Here's a shot. And that's a great save by Peacock. Lining up for the draw here. Kramer wins it back. Oh, that's a backhand, and that one's wide of the net. Lining up for yet another draw. Kramer wins it back. Mickelson to Kramer. Here's a shot. That one was wide of the net. French putting pressure on Kramer. That shot was high by Peacock when he tried going for the empty net when Mickelson rushed. Here comes Kramer with it. Here's a shot, and it's in the back of the net. What a goal as he goes end-to-end and snipes it top corner. Whitby's offense has been something to talk about this entire night. They've been putting on a clinic and absolutely pounding the opposition. Here we go on the face-off. One back by Kramer. That's a shot high of the net. Kramer with it. Tries going in between the legs. Couldn't get it there. French with it. Back to Peacock. Good save by Mickelson. Kramer grabs it in the corner. Beautiful deke run. French. Couldn't get the shot off. Mickelson with a shot. Battling in the corner. Kramer with it. Comes out. Here's a shot. And he scores. My goodness. Top corner snipe. And that's his fourth of the night. The score is now 6-3 Whitby. Drawn back by Peacock. Here's a shot by Mickelson, and it's in. 7-3 Whitby. They are really putting on an offensive clinic here. Lining up for another face-off here. That one's won back by Mickelson. Kramer goes out and grabs it. Battling in the corner. Oh, and it seems his helmet got knocked off from a little physicality in the corner. A little body check. His helmet is now on the ice. Great save by Kramer. And that one goes out of the zone. Mickelson rushing with it. Here's a shot, and it's in the back of the net. A snipe from Mickelson from far out, and that's his fourth goal. It's now 8-3 Whitby Bolts. This draw is tied up One back to French. Kramer with it. There's a shot. And it's in the back of the net. What a goal. Whitby is not shying back from these offensive opportunities. What a snipe. Draw one back by Peacock. Takes a position. That's a backhand shot on the Kramer. That one's dumped in. Peacock with it. Here's another shot on Kramer. It's blocked by Mickelson. Peacock with it. Still has possession. Another shot. That one's wide of the net. Mickelson and Peacock battling along the wall. Kramer helping out. That one's dumped in. In front of the net. Kramer goes and grabs possession. With it. Shot on net. That's a great save. Let's edge Peacock. Shot into French. He saves it. Peacock with the shot. Saved by Kramer. Peacock with it. Another shot. That one's wide. Shot blocked. Over to Mickelson. There's another shot. That one's saved. Kramer with the shot, and that one's wide of the net. And the horn sounds, and this game is over. Whitby Bolts come out with the victory 9-3 against Toronto. Very unexpected turn in the third period. It was 4-3 after the second. Toronto was keeping up pretty well, but I guess they couldn't sustain Whitby in the third. Kramer and Mickelson had an amazing game, and they are both first and second in the league leaders, with Kramer at 22 points and Mickelson at 17. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a great night watching this game. I'll see you in the next one.